Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch Advanced. The 1980 season is on the air. We are at Exhibition Stadium. Today's date is August 27th, 1980, for a big American League matchup between the Texas Rangers and the Toronto Blue Jays. The Rangers come to this game a record of 65-60. They are right now only one half game ahead of the surging Minnesota Twins, who suddenly really came out of nowhere and are now only a half game ahead of them for third place. So this is a very important game for the Rangers to stay ahead of the Twins. The Toronto Blue Jays are in fourth place in the American League East, and they are right now 3.5 back of the Detroit Tigers for third. So a very important matchup for both these teams, the Rangers and the Blue Jays. Rangers trying to stay ahead of the Twins in third place. The Blue Jays trying to catch the Tigers. So every game right now is important as we get closer and closer to the pennant race. Cutter Historical and the lovely Barbara joins us here at Exhibition Stadium. The Blue Jays historically won this game 6-4. The Blue Jays had 14 hits and no errors. The Rangers had 9 hits and an error. But as usual, Inside Pitch has a mind of its own. We've had some very exciting games lately, and I'm expecting game here between the Rangers and the Blue Jays to be just as exciting as always. So, if everybody is set and ready to go, and we should have a great matchup. So settle into your seats for some Saturday night baseball, and let's get things started. Starting pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays tonight is Jim Clancy. First time we get a look at him. I'm sure Cutter Historical will agree. I thought Clancy was a very solid pitcher. 13 wins, 16 losses, a 3.30 ERA. Had a pretty decent career for the Blue Jays. We are at Exhibition Stadium. This is pretty much a pitcher's park. -1 to strikeouts. No chance of robbing a home run here. And there are some light chances of hitting a homer. But this is pretty much a pitcher's park. So, Rangers and the Blue Jays. Big matchup here on the board. Yes, Clancy was the last original Jays pitcher to leave the franchise. Always felt he was solid. I thought Clancy had at times of brilliance. So, let's things going here. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Rangers, center fielder, make the quick. Mickey Rivers, 333 average, 7 homers, 60 RBIs, and 80. We're going to use powder blue, white, and blue dice. Jays are the home team. A good crowd here at Exhibition Stadium. They know what's at stake. These board wins are very important as well. And the Blue Jays, 3.5 back of the Tigers. The Tigers are in third. The Rangers only a half game ahead of the Twins now in the American League West. And the pennant race is around the corner. As let's see what happens tonight as Clay baseball fan joins us here at Exhibition Stadium. Clancy, 4-2, walk 11. That will be too high. Rivers, 4-1. It's a grounder right back to the pitcher. And Clancy will go ahead and take care of that and toss it over for the out. Next batter is the second baseman, Bump Wills, 263 average, 5 homers, 58 RBIs that year. Your mistake by the lake versus your mistake by the lake. Clancy, 6-6, walk 11, and that's just going to miss. Wills, 5-2, and against a righty, it'll be a fly out to left field. Bob Baylor will get to that, and that will be the second out. Next up is the left fielder, Al Oliver. Some people think he should be in the Hall of Fame. You can make an argument, but definitely Hall the very good. 319 average, 19 homers, 117 RBIs. That is an excellent year. Clancy will deal. Clancy, 6'8", wild pitch. It's a blank. Oliver, 6'8". That's a grounder to short. That'll be handled by Alfredo Griffin. And Griffin will toss it over and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Rangers. And we go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Texas Rangers tonight is Doc Medich. And he had a pretty decent career. This is our first look at him this year. 14 wins, 11 losses, a 3.92 ERA in 80. He gets the call tonight. Leading off for the Blue Jays, the shortstop, a young Alfredo Griffin. 254 average, 2 homers, 41 RBIs. I always thought Griffin was a solid player as well. Medich will deal. Medich, 6'2", it's a blank. Griffin, 2-2. That will be a grounder to second base. And Bump Wills will get that and toss it over for out number 1. Next up is the left fielder, Bob Baylor, 236 average, a homer, and 16 RBIs that year. Played in a lot of positions that season. Medich, 3-3 against a righty, walk. The 9 will be ball 4. He'll walk him. That will be the first walk given up by Medich. He had 55 of them in that season. Here's the third baseman, Roy Howell, 269 average, 10 homers, 57 RBIs that season. Infield a double play. Baylor did have 12 steals, and that's an 18. He's not going. Medich, 7-7, walk, 11. That's just going to miss. Howell, 1-7. It's a base hit to left field. Baylor, let's see if he takes third, and that's a 1-1. He will take third. He will take third, and Howell's also going to take second on the throw. That is a base hit to left field. Howell will turn on the Jets. He'll get to second base. So that will be a single for him. So now runners at second and third. And here's the first baseman, Otto Velez, 269 average, 20 homers, and 62 RBIs that year. Infield's going to play in. They're going to play in early here. They want to get something. They want to get an out. Strategy roll and nothing on the 10. Medich will deal. Medich, 5-1. It's a blank. Velez, 5-3. And against the righty, he's going to smack that one into left field, and that'll be a double. Baylor will score. Howell will score. Velez on at second. Blue Jays take a quick 2-0 lead. Stadium cheers. Yay! 2 RBI single by Velez. He'll get to second, putting the Blue Jays ahead quickly here. Here's the designated hitter, John Mayberry. 248 average, 30 homers, 82 RBIs in 80. That is respectable. Infield is back. Velez on at second. Nothing on the 13. He'll stay put. Medich, 4-5. It's a blank. Mayberry, 2-6. And that will be a ground ball to second base. And Wills will grab it. He'll throw to first for the out, and Velez goes to third. 2 outs now. And here's the right fielder, Lloyd Mosby, a young Lloyd Mosby, only 20 years old. 229 average, 9 homers, 46 RBIs. Mosby had a very respectable career. Craig Scarborough joins us here at Exhibition Stadium. Strategy roll for Velez. He will stay put. Medich, 4-1. It's a blank. Mosby, 7-1. Against the righty, it's a base hit, pass short. The Blue Jays will get another run. Velez will come in to score. It's 3-0 Jays. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI single by Mosby. And here's the second baseman, Garth Orge. 248 average, 2 homers, 14 RBIs. Mosby on at first, and he will stay there. Medich, 4-6. It's a blank. Orge, 1-7 against a righty. That's going to be fly to right field. And Johnny Rub-a-Dub-a-Dub, thanks for the grub, will make the catch. And that'll end the inning. But a good start for the Blue Jays. 3 runs on 3 hits and a walk. And after one, the Blue Jays lead at 3-0. Timeout for 1 quick second, guys. Needed a drink. Throat was a little dry. We go to the top of the second. Clancy back on the mound. Leading off for the Rangers will be the third baseman, Buddy Bell. Some people think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. You can make an argument. 329 average, 17 homers, 83 RBIs in 80. Buddy Bell definitely in the Hall of the Very Good. Pitch from Clancy. 1-3, walk 10. That will be too high. Bell, 8-3, base hit, center field. Bell will get on first. First hit of the game for the Rangers. Here's their designated hitter, Richie Zisk. 290 average, 19 homers, 77 RBIs in 80. Infield is a double play. Doug Hunt joins us here at Exhibition Stadium. Bell is staying where he is. Clancy, 3-2, walk 11, and that will be too high. Zisk, 8-6, and that's a line drive right to third. That's out number one. I don't think that's gonna, and I don't believe Bell will easily get back, and that will be the first out. Line out to third, no double play, and getting back is Bell. Next batter is the right fielder, Johnny Rub-a-Dub Grubb. 277 average, 9 homers, 32 RBIs. Grubb is in right field today. Strategy role for Bell. He'll stay where he is. Clancy, 3-8, strikeout 7, and that's going to miss. Grubb is a 7, but -1 makes him a 6. Grubb, 8-6, and that will be against the righty. It's a grounder to second base. That's a 9, +1, 10, -1, and 9. Grubb is, because of Clancy's -1, that's going to be a fielder's choice. That is hit to second. The only play they had was to get the fielder's choice, and that will be out number 2. Here's the first baseman, Pat Putnam. 263 average, 13 homers, 55 RBIs that year. Grubb is on first, and he will stay at first. Clancy, 1-2 against the lefty. Walk. That's 5, and that will be ball 4. He walked him. So Clancy walks Putnam, and keeping the inning alive. That is the first walk given up by Clancy. He had 124 walks in 1980. Maybe you want to get the ball over the plate. That'll bring up the catcher, Jim Sundberg. 273 average, 10 homers, 63 RBIs. That's a good day at the office for Sundberg. Clancy, 124 walks. Yeesh. All right. Runners at first and second, 2 outs, and nothing happening on the strat. Clancy will deal. Clancy, 1-1 against a righty. That will be an automatic out. It's a grounder to first base. That'll be taken easily by Velez, and he'll take it to the bag himself and end the inning. No runs, a hit, and a walk, and we go to the bottom of the second. 124 walks. Geez. Maybe you want to ever hear of something called control? Leading off for the Blue Jays, center fielder Danny Ainge. 243 average, no homers, 4 RBIs. I heard this guy played some pretty good basketball. Medich will go ahead and pitch. Medich, 3-3 against a righty. Walk. That will be too high. Ainge, 8-5. That's a base hit to center field. Ainge gets a single. Leadoff hit for him. I heard he could play. I heard he was an above average basketball player. Not great at baseball, but above average in basketball. Infield a double play depth. And the next batter will be the catcher, Ernie Witt. 237 average, 6 homers, 34 RBIs in 80. Ainge on at first, and he will stay there. Medich, 7-3, range play 13. That's a 2, yes. Witt, 1-4 against the righty. It's a fly ball to left field. Going after that is Al Oliver. His range is a 4, and he won't make the catch, and that's going to be a 19. It's going to be a single. That's going to be a base hit to right field. Angel holds at second base. Witt holds at first. And runners at first and second. On range plays out to the outfield, they only advance 1 bases on singles. Medich is a 1-14 on range play double plays. With a 19, we'll keep that a single. So runners at first and second, here's Griffin. And Griffin is 0 for 1. So right now the Blue Jays starting something here. Super Bowl tournament by official, or also known as Mike in the Truck, joins us here at Exhibition Tournament, the official technical director of RJL Network. And, you know, really? Let's see. Hold on here. Here. Because you are the official technical director, I've given you a wrench. So the next time you show up, you'll have a or a shield, like our shield to your name. So you get a shield. So I'm thought maybe you're the technical director, you should have a shield. So runners at first and second, and strategy roll coming up. Nothing on the 18. And Griffin gets the bunt sign, but he's going to swing. Medich, 4-6. It's a blank. Griffin, 4-3. Fly ball, center field. That'll be grabbed by Mick the Quick. And Ainge, 6-6. I think he stays where he is. Holds if the arm rating is 6-7. Center fielder Rivers is an arm rating of 1. No, Ainge is going to take third. Angel go to third or fly out to center. Rivers does not have an arm. But now runners at the corners with 1 out. And now the batter is Baylor. Baylor walked this first time up, and there are a few of you guys that actually should give a wrench to. You guys are always here. I should give wrenches out to some people. Let's see here. Let's get the inning over first. Runners at the corners, 1 out. The infield is going to play at Ainge has got good speed. Baylor does hit the double plays. They're going to play corners in. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 8. Medich will deal. Medich, 8-3. It's a blank. Baylor, 3-6. That'll be a fly ball to left field. That'll be out number 2. Baylor, sacrifice fly of 3. That's a 16. That's not happening that way. Will Ainge score on his own? 8-2. There's going to be a play. There's going to be a play. That's a fly ball to left field. Al Oliver's arm rating is a C. That's an 11. The throw to the plate is... Got him. Inning over. They make the tag, and Ainge tries to score, and Al Oliver throws to the plate, and with an assist rating of C, he will get him, and that'll retire the side. So a fly out, throw him out, and that will do it. No runs, 2 hits. 2 hits for the Blue Jays. It stays 3-0 after 2. So now you have a double chance to win or lose. Something like that, I guess. So let's see here. Let's see. Cutter historical. I'll add you. You get a wrench. You get a shield. Craig, you're one of the... Craig gets a moderator because he's helping Chris historically. And... let's see here. Villain 77. Oh, I didn't know you were here. Villain 77 777 joins us here at Exhibition Stadium. And I'll give Tim 1 here too. And Tim gets 1. You get a shield. You get a shield. Everybody gets a shield. We go to the top of the third. 3-0 in favor of the Blue Jays. Clancy back on the mound. Leading off for the Rangers is the shortstop, Pepe Frias. 242 average, no homers, 10 RBIs. Clancy will deal. Clancy, 5-3. Range play 12. It's a 1, yes. Frias, 3-2. Grounder to second base. That ball is hit to Orge. His range is a 4, And he's got it. Nice play by Orge. He'll toss it over and get the out, 1 down. Here's Mick the Quick. He's 0 for 1. Clancy will go ahead and deal. Clancy, 5-7. Range play 12. That's a 16. No. Rivers, 8-8. That's a fly to center field. This one will be grabbed by Ainge. And Ainge makes the catch for the second out. Here's Wills. Wills is 0 for 1. Clancy deals. Clancy, 7-8. Walk. That will be ball 4. So Clancy will walk Wills. That'll be the second walk given up by Clancy. And here's Oliver. Oliver is 0 for 1. 2 outs, top of the third, 3-0 Blue Jays. A pretty important game here tonight between these two. Strategy roll for Wills. He will stay where he is. Clancy, 3-3. Strikeout plus. That's a 16. No, that's actually going to miss. Oliver, 3-6. And he powers one into center field. That's a 4. It's going to be a base hit. Single to center. Wills, 3-7 should get. No, he'll actually hold. Wills will hold at second base. Oliver avoids a strikeout. Didn't strike out much, but he will get the base hit there. And now runners at first and second for Bell. Bell got a base hit his first time up. You're the only Craig Scar you know. Yeah, I know that, right? 2 men out. Strategy roll here. Nothing on the 14. Clancy will deal. Clancy, 5-1. That's at the park. Exhibition, 6-7. Base hit to left field. It's actually going to be a double. Wills will come in to score. Will Oliver come in? Double to left. 2-4 and advances. He's 4-8. Yes, Oliver will come in to score. Buddy Bell, a 2 RBI double to left. It's 3-2. Rangers on the board. As Buddy Bell comes in with a big-time 2 RBI double. And now here's Zisk. Zisk is 0 for 1. Now a 3-2 ball game. Strategy roll, nothing on the 5. Clancy, 6-7. Walk, 12. That will be too high. Zisk, 2-7. It's a line drive to second base. That'll be gloved by Orge, and that will do it. 2 runs on 3 hits and a walk. And we go to the bottom of the third. The Rangers are now only down by 1. Leading off for the Bluebirds will be Roy Howell. Howell got a single his first time up. Medich will deal. 6-1, strikeout, got him. Swing and a miss. Howell will go down on strikes. That is the first strikeout by Medich. He only had 91 of them that year. Not really a strikeout pitcher. Here's Velez. He got a double his first time up. Medich, 3-4. That's an automatic out. It'll be grounded to short, taken care of by Pepe Frias. And he'll toss it over for out number 2. Mayberry is next. He's 0 for 1. Medich deals. 1-4. That's an automatic out as well. That'll be flied to right. And Rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub, will go ahead and get that. And that will end the inning. A nice job by Doc Medich. 3-2 after 3. We go to the 4th. Speaking of rub-a-dub-dub, Johnny Grubb will lead off. He's 0 for 1. Clancy settles in. He pitches. 1-8. Hit by pitch. That's a 10. No, that's not happening. Grubb. 1-3. And that's going to be a base hit past first. Grubb will get a single. And he'll head to first base. It will now bring up Putnam. Putnam walked his first time up. Infield set for double play. Grubb did have 2 steals. And he's not doing anything. Putnam will swing. Clancy, 8-4, error on a booted ball. Putnam, 4-7. That's a ground ball to second base. That ball is hit to Orge. His error rating is a 4. That's a 9. It won't be a double. It won't be a booted ball. And that's a 2. That's not going to be a double play either. Hit this 2 plus 1 is 3. Clancy minus 1 is 2. That is lower than Grubb. Grubb will make it to second. The only play he had was the first, and that will be out number 1. Kind of works like a punt on a grounder to second, so Orr doesn't make an error. And here's Sundberg. Sundberg is 0 for 1. Infield is back. Strategy roll for Grubb. He'll stay put. Clancy, 7-3. Against a righty, it's an automatic out. He'll be grounded to first base. Charging is Velez. He'll take it to the bag himself. Grubb will go to third. Now 2 away. And here's Frias. Frias is 0 for 1. Grubb on at third base. He will stay at third base. Frias gets the squeeze play sign. I think he'll swing away here. Clancy, 5-6. And that's going to be an automatic out. That'll be flagged to left field. Bob Baylor will come under it. He'll get it. And that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Rangers. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Another good game so far. Medich can pitch to 28. And Clancy can pitch to 33. Okay. Clancy, one of those pitchers that can pitch a lot of innings. Lloyd Mosby leads off for the Bluebirds. He got a single his first time up. Medich with the pitch. 4-4, error on a booted ball. Mosby, 3-5, and that's a ground ball right back to Medich. That's going to be an automatic error. His error rating is a 20. He's going to boot that. It'll get away from him. And Mosby will get to first. So Medich creates an error. That's going to be an E1. First error on the Rangers. They did have an error in the game historically. So Mosby's safe at first. Here's Orge. Orge is 0 for 1. Infield set for double play. Mosby had 4 steals that year. He's not going anywhere. Medich. 4-4. Error on a booted ball again. Orge, 6-1. Not this time. Fly ball to left. Al Oliver will go ahead and take care of that and make the catch. Here's Ainge. Ainge got a single his first time up. I heard he's got a basketball game later. Let's see what Mosby's got. Mosby is staying where he is. Medich, 7-2. That's a pitcher result. That's an 8. And against a righty, that is a possible home run. But Ainge didn't have any homers at all, so that will be a blank. Ainge, 8-2. And against a righty, it'll be a ground ball to third. That's a 19. That's going to be a 5-4-3 double play. And that will end the inning. No runs, no hits. There was an error. And it's 3-2 Blue Jays after 4. 19-12 plus Ainge, and Medich is a +4 when it comes to double plays. So we know that's not gonna that's gonna be a twin killing. We go to the top of the 5th. The one thing I like about the double play system, you can actually find out if it's a double play with just one roll with the dice roll, even more so than you could with regular inside pitch. Plus, you have to worry about pivot ratings. You don't have to worry about that here. Top of the 5th and top of the order. Here's Mick the Quick. Rivers is 0 for 2. Clancy, 7-1, walk. And yeah, ball 4, and Clancy did not like the call. Rivers is a 4 against righties, and he will walk. Clancy says, hey, I want to challenge that play with the automatic balls. Oh, wait a minute. This is 1980, not 2026. So a leadoff walk given up by Clancy. That is his 3rd walk of the game, and now here's Wills. Wills is 0 for 1 with a walk. Infield double play. Rivers had 18 steals, and that's a 10. He's not going anywhere. Clancy will deal. 5-8, walk. 13, that's too high. Wills, 7-4. It's an infield single to first base. Velez is going to charge it. He's not going to have any play, and everyone will be safe. So now the Rangers got something going on here in the inning. Still no one out, and here is the dangerous Oliver. Oliver 1 for 2 with a single. Infield still a double play. Strategy roll, nothing on the 7. Rivers at second, Wills at first. Top of the 5th, 3-2 Blue Jays in an important American League matchup. Clancy, 6-4, strikeout 7. That will be too high. Oliver, 4-8. It's a fly to left field. Baylor going after it. He'll have room. He'll make the catch for the out. Will Rivers take third? And a 5-8, and he will hold. So 1 out. Here's Bell. Bell is 2 for 2, a single and a double. Rivers stays where he is. Strategy again, nothing on the 8. Rivers stays put. Clancy, 7-4, strikeout, no. Bell, 6-1. That's a ground ball to third base. That's going to get picked up there by Howell. And that is a 12. Hit the third. Hit the third a 0. Clancy -1 makes that an 11. And that's going to be a double play. Bell hits into double plays pretty well at 8+. And since that is an even number, the throw goes to second, the throw goes to first, and the inning is over. 5-4-3 double play. No runs, a hit, and a walk. We go to the bottom of the 5th as Jim Clancy gets the twin killing. Ernie Witt leads off for the Blue Jays. He got a single his first time up. Medich will deal. 6-2. It's a blank. Witt, 3-1. Grounder right back to Medich. Medich will handle that one easily this time. And he'll throw to first for the out. Here's Griffin. Griffin is 0 for 2. Medich will pitch. 4-1. It's a blank. Griffin, 5-7. And that is a base hit to center field, but there are no runners in scoring position. A 1-8, Medich will turn that into an out. That's an 18. He won't do it. That'll be a single. Griffin will get his first single. He'll hit the first. And Baylor will now get a chance. Baylor is 0 for 1 with a walk. Infield set for double play. Griffin, he had 18 steals in 80. And he is staying where he is. Medich, 5-1. It's a blank. Baylor, 1-8. And that's going to be a base hit past short. That'll be a single. Griffin will hold at second base. There are no runners in scoring position, so the hit will stand. And now the Blue Jays got something cooking here in the bottom of the 5th. And it will bring up Howell. Howell is 1 for 2 with a single. 1 man out, bottom of the 5th here. Infield still set for DP. And that is a 1. Griffin gets the jump to go to third. Let's see. I'm not sending him. A stolen base rating is only a 9. Really a 9. He had 18 steals, only a 9. Medich would make it a 10. And Sundberg a 0. I'll keep him at second base. Medich, 4-1. It's a blank. Howell, 8-1. Ground ball to short. Ground ball to short. That's a 17. Hit the short +1 is an 18. Medich is a +4. That's a 6-4-3 double play, and the inning is over. No runs, 2 hits for the Blue Jays. It stays 3-2 after 5. A lot of these players did hit into double plays. That is the second double play the Blue Jays have hit into in the game. And we go to the 6th. 6th inning coming up. Clancy will continue to pitch. Richie Zisk leads off for the Lone Stars. He's 0 for 2. Blue Jays lead 3-2. Clancy with the deal. 2-8. Error on a throw. Zisk, 3-4. That'll be a fly ball. Fly ball to right. And an easy play for Lloyd Mosby for the out. Here's Grubb. Grubb is 1 for 2, singled with a single. Clancy deals. Clancy, 3-7, strikeout. That will be too high. Grubb. A 3-5. That's a ground ball to first base. Velez will grab it. And he calls off Clancy. He'll take it to the bag himself, 2 down. Here's Putnam. Putnam is 0 for 1 with a walk. Clancy pitching very well tonight. Clancy, 8-8, error on a booted ball. Putnam, 3-5. No, that's a fly ball to left. And this time Baylor will get that. Another nice inning for Clancy. 1, 2, 3, go the Rangers. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Otto Velez leads off. He is 1 for 2 with a double. 3-2, bottom of the 6th. Rangers only have a half-game lead in 3rd place in front of the Twins. The Twins have made a big charge this month. The Blue Jays, 3.5 back of the Detroit Tigers. The Tigers are in 3rd. The Jays are in 4th. Jays need wins. Both teams do. Medich, 6-4. Range play at the park. Exhibition, 5-6. That's a single past second base, but it's a range play for Rivers. He wasn't that good. His range, now second base, Wills. Wills the second baseman. His range is a 4. That's not bad. But that's not going to be good enough anyway. That's going to be a base hit for Velez. So Velez gets a single. He'll head to first. And it will bring up Mayberry. Of course, that's an 8, but the Rangers are not the home team, so that will not count. Mayberry is 0 for 2. Infield set for double play. Velez didn't have any steals and nothing happening at all. Medich, 7-4. Range, that's a walk. 15. Ball 4, he walked him. He will walk Mayberry. And now the Jays. Runners at first and second. No one out. That is the second walk given up by Medich. And now the batter is Mosby. Mosby 1 for 2, singled and reached on an error. Anything on the strat? The 13 says no. Medich will deal. 6-7, strikeout. 15, swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's a big K for Medich. That will be his second strikeout. 1 away. And Orge is next. Orge is 0 for 2. Velez on at second. Mayberry on at first. Anything happening on the strategy? The 17, no. Medich will deal. Medich, 3-6, strikeout 6, swing and a miss. Struck him out. He gets Orge. Third strikeout from Medich, 2 away. And here comes Ainge. Ainge is 1 for 2. He has one free throw. Velez on at second, Mayberry on at first. Infield is now back, and that's a 6. Ainge will swing away. He won't try a 3-pointer. Medich will deal. Medich, 6-6, walk 5. That's too high. Ainge, a 7-8, and against the righty, it's a swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that retires the side. Medich struck out the side. 4th K for Medich. No runs, a hit, and a walk. It stays 3-2 after 6. We go to the 7th. And Jim Sundberg leads off for the Rangers. He's 0 for 2. Clancy still has plenty left in the tank. He'll stay out there. 3-2 Blue Jays. The historical score of this game was 6-4 in favor of the Blue Jays. So right now the score is actually half the actual score. Clancy, 8-3, walk 8, ball 4, he walked him. Clancy will give up another walk. That is 4th. Tying run on base. And the batter is Frias. Frias will bat, and let's see if he gets a bunt sign. And let's see here. That is an 18. He does get the bunt, and he is going to lay it down. He had a lot of sacrifice hits here, and I'm going to state the corners are in. So we're going to have a bunt. Clancy, 2-2, walk. That is halved, but the 18 will be too high. So Frias will lay down the bunt, and that is a 5. That is bunted to third base. Frias' bunt rating will now become a 4. And that's a 20, and that's going to be hit too hard. It's going to be like a double play. So what we do here, we use the bunt depth for double play mod. So we got to see if that's a possible double play. Let me check that out. That is a 4, and I'll check my chart here. So 4 was hit to third base. They were in, so the double play modification will stay as 0. Okay. Clancy -1 is a 3, and Frias a 12 plus. That's not going to be a double play, but Sundberg will be lower than the 3, and that is going to be a fielder's choice. Frias lays down a bad bunt. You'll get Sundberg at second. Frias will go to first, and there's one out. And I think I did that right. There's a mod for GD of play 0. Let me just double check my chart here, but I think I did that right. And let's see, that was a 20. Auto sacrifice hit or try for runner. 1d8 versus use bunt depth for double play mod. Okay. So it says it's second only defense choice. It was a second only defense choice. Auto sacrifice hit or try for runner. 1d8 versus base runner on second. Roll higher runner out, otherwise safe. Maybe I didn't do that right. Not 100% sure. But I know it says you roll it like a double play. So, and I had to re-roll the die. So the bunt depth for double play mod, because the infielder was actually in, is a 0. So, actually, let's see here. All right, wait a minute. The hitter base runner -2. The runner base runner -2. And the hitter bunt -1. I'm going to play it like it is. I'm going to say it was a fielder's choice. If Chris sees this video, he'll check me if I did it right. I'm going to say it's a fielder's choice. They get the runner at second because it was hit too hard. Infield back to double play. The next batter will be Mick the Quick. And Rivers is 0 for 2 with a walk. Frias on it first. And that's a 3. He will stay where he is. Clancy, 7-5, pickoff 3, and then throws it away. Clancy, a pickoff error on a 3. He throws the ball into the dugout. Frias goes to second. So the Rangers will get a runner at second anyway. And that is an E1. First error on the Blue Jays. They didn't have any errors historically. Clancy tried to pick off Frias, and Frias goes to second. Takes away the double play, re-roll the strat. That is a 3. Frias will stay put. Clancy, 7-7 against the lefty. Walk 8. That will miss. Rivers, 4-5. And that's a grounder to second base. Grabbing that is Ors. The throw will go to first. Frias goes to third, 2 down. So can Clancy get out of this one? Here's Wills. Wills is 1 for 2, single and a walk. Frias on at third. And that is a 14. Frias will stay where he is. Clancy, he will pitch. Clancy, 4-4, walk 2. That's ball 4. He walked Wills. So now runners at the corners. That is the 5th walk by Clancy. It'll bring up Oliver. Now who you really want in this position if you're a Blue Jay fan. He is 1 for 3 with a single. Frias at third, Wills at second, Oliver at first. Oliver now the batter. Now 3-2. Rangers have 2 outs, though. Strategy, nothing on the 19. Clancy will deal. Clancy, 1-6 against the lefty. It's a blank. Oliver, 2-8. And against the righty, it's a base hit. The game is tied. Frias will go ahead and score. That is a single past second. Wills easily has speed. He'll get to third base. And we're tied at 3. Stadium groans. RBI single by Oliver. And now tied at 3. Blue Jays had a 3-0 lead, and the Rangers come right back. No lead is safe when you play inside pitch. Runners at the corners now for Bell. Bell is 2 for 3, a single and a double. 2 outs, now tied at 3 here in the top of the 7th. Strategy, nothing on the 19. Clancy will deal. Clancy, 5-3, range play 12, it's a 16, no. Bell, 5-5, and there are runners in scoring position. That would be an automatic out, but with runners in scoring position, a 1-7 by Clancy will turn that into a hit. That's a 15. It's a base hit past third. Clancy not good with runners in scoring position. Wills will come in to score. Oliver will hold at second base. Bell goes to first. Rangers take the lead 4-3. Stadium groans. Buddy Bell comes through with a hit. It would have been an automatic out, but there were runners in scoring position, and a 1-7. Clancy turns that into a hit, and that's what that was. Since I used that rule, and I like that rule a lot. 4-3, and here's Zisk. Zisk is 0 for 3. Cutter historical, not very happy at the moment. Oliver on at second, Bell on at first. Strategy roll, nothing on the 2. Oliver stays where he is. Clancy, 6-7, walk, 17 will be too high. Zisk, 7-1, that's a ground ball to short. That'll be handled by Griffin. Griffin's got it. He'll throw to first against Zisk. And that will end the inning. 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 walks, 1 error. And the Rangers have a 4-3 lead here. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Tomorrow night, we will go to August 30th. It will be the final game of the month of August as we get ready for the pennant race. We're going back to San Diego Stadium for another game with the Padres. They're actually still alive in this one. But they'll be hosting the Philadelphia Phillies. Dick Ruthven will be going for the Phillies, and Bob Shirley will be pitching for the Padres. The Phillies, of course, lead the National League East. Padres are not done yet, but they're beginning to fade. But a very important matchup. We've not seen the Phillies in this block. So we will see the Phillies and the Padres tomorrow night. Our final game for the month of August here on the network. Bottom of the 7th, Rangers lead the Blue Jays 4-3. And Ernie Witt is the leadoff batter. Medich can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. There are 2 lefties coming up. That's going to be it for Medich. They're going to yank him. Medich coming out of the game. He'll leave with the W. And we're going to bring in a lefty here. And it's not a save situation. So coming on to pitch for the Rangers will be John Henry Johnson. 2 wins, 2 losses, 4 saves, a 2.33 ERA. John Henry Johnson, he will pitch, and he will take over here, and he can pitch to 6. So we will see a new pitcher for the Rangers. So John Henry Johnson will go up against here. Ernie Witt, world's worst gamer, joins us here at Exhibition Stadium. Johnson will deal. Johnson, 5-4, strikeout 5. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He gets Witt. That's the 4th consecutive Blue Jay that struck out. Johnson had 44 Ks in 80. Here's Griffin. And Griffin is 1 for 3. With a single. Johnson will deal. Johnson, 5-3, strikeout 9, and that will just miss. Griffin, 7-5. That's a ground ball to first. Putnam will grab that one and take it to the bag himself. 2 down. And now Baylor. Baylor 1 for 2, singled and walked. Johnson deals. Johnson, 5-8, wild pitch. It's a blank. Baylor, 8-6, and that will be a fly ball to center field. Mickey Rivers says he'll grab it, and he will. And that is a nice 1-2-3 inning for John Henry Johnson. 4-3 Rangers after 7. We go to the 8th. Jim Clancy can pitch to one more batter before he tires. Johnny Grubb is the leadoff batter. Clancy is done. They're going to yank him, and we're going to go to the bullpen. They need a lefty with late innings, so it is going to be, let's see here. They got left, right. And coming on to pitch for the Blue Jays will be Jerry Garvin. 4 wins, 7 losses, 8 saves, a 2.29 ERA. Clancy leaves with the L. So Garvin will come on to pitch. He can pitch to 6. So we'll see what he does. Johnny Grubb leads off for the Rangers. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Garvin, he'll go ahead and deal. Garvin, 8-5, strikeout 9. Got him easily. Grubb struck out a lot against left-handed pitching. Garvin had 52 Ks in 80. Next batter is Putnam. Putnam is 0 for 2 with a walk. Garvin deals. Garvin, 7-1 against the lefty. It's a blank. Putnam, 4-3. Grounder right back to the pitcher. Garvin will take care of it. And he'll toss it over. 2 down. And now Sundberg. Sundberg is 0 for 2 with a walk. Garvin, 2-3. Walk, 16. And yeah, barely walked him, but Sundberg will trot to first. Sundberg will draw the walk. The batter now is Frias. Frias, I'm probably gonna let him hit. He's gonna hit. He had 236 at bats. So 2 outs. Sundberg on at first. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 1. Sundberg stays where he is. Garvin will deal. Garvin, 8-1. It's a blank. Frias, 3-7. Ground ball, second base. Easily picked up by Orge. He's going to throw to the shortstop covering second, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except a walk. A nice job by Garvin. We'll go to the bottom. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Roy Howell leads off for the Blue Jays. He's 1 for 3. 2 lefties and a righty coming up. They're going to let Johnson stay out there. John Henry Johnson will pitch another inning. This is 1980, not 2026. Johnson, 2-5, strikeout plus. Got him. Geez, he gets Howell. Struck him out. Another K for Johnson. One down. Nice job by by JHJ. Here's Velez. Velez is 2 for 3, a single and a double. Johnson will deal. 1-2. That's an automatic out. It'll be flied to left. Oliver says he'll grab it. He'll get it near the line. And that's 2 down. And now Mayberry. Mayberry 0 for 2 with a walk. Johnson will deal. And 5-7. Against the lefty, that's a base hit. That'll be slapped past third. And Mayberry gets to first. So a single from Mayberry keeps the inning alive. And here's Mosby. Johnson is tired, but lefty on lefty, they're going to let him pitch. Johnson says, I can do it, coach. Mayberry on it first, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. 4-3 Rangers, a must-win game for both games. Strategy roll. I don't think anything's going to happen. That's a 7, no. Johnson will deal. Johnson, 1-4, strikeout plus, swing and a miss, struck him out. John Henry Johnson gets the job done. No runs and a hit. 4-3 Rangers after 8. We go to the 9th. Top of the order for the Rangers. Here's Mick the Quick. Rivers is 0 for 3 with a walk. 2 lefties and a righty coming up as well. Garvin will stay on the mound. Garvin can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires, but he will stay there for now. Garvin, 4-8. Range play 13. That's an 11. Yes. Rivers against the lefty. It's a ground ball to second base. That is hit to Orge. Orge's range is a 4, and he can't get it. It's a base hit. Rivers will get his first hit of the game. It will now bring up Wills. Wills is 1 for 2, a single and 2 walks. Infield double play. That's a big run at first base. Let's see what the strategy roll says. That's a 6. Nothing happening. Rivers stays where he is. Garvin, 5-2 against a switch right. Walk, 6. And that's ball 4. He walked him. Wills as a righty, a switch right. And that will be a walk. Now runners at first and second and no one out. And now Garvin is tired. Now they got to bring in a new pitcher. Although Al Oliver is the batter. Let me see what the Blue Jays want to do here. You still got no one out. You got a couple of righties after Oliver. I don't know what you want to do here. I'm going to let Garvin pitch to Oliver. He is tired, but I'm going to let him pitch. Garvin, they're going to say, I can get Oliver out. Infield is back at double play depth. Rivers on it second, Wills on it first. Garvin will pitch to Oliver. 4-3, top of the 9th. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 12. Garvin will deal. Garvin, 2-6, walk, 8. No, that's too high. Oliver, 1-8. It's a ground ball to second base. That's a 17. Hit to second, +1 is an 18. Garvin +1 is a 19. That's a double play. Rivers will get the third, 2 outs. Oliver hits into a big-time double play. And a 4-6-3. And now the batter is Bell, and that will be it for Garvin. Garvin will not pitch to Bell. They will go to the bullpen. That is the second double play the Rangers have hit into. And coming on to pitch for the Blue Jays will be Joey McLaughlin. 6 wins, 9 losses, 4 saves, a 4.51 ERA. Has the most late innings pitched. And McLaughlin will come on to pitch. So Garvin did a good job. McLaughlin's job is to get an out. Right now, Johnson does have a hold. So 2 outs. Top of the 9th inning, 4-3 Rangers. McLaughlin will pitch to Bell. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 10. McLaughlin deals. McLaughlin, 6-5. Error on a booted ball. Bell, 4-4. Nope, it's going to be a fly ball to left field. And that'll be grabbed by Baylor. And the Blue Jays get out of it. No runs, a hit, and a walk. 4-3 Rangers. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Garth Orge is the leadoff hitter for the Blue Jays. John Henry Johnson did his job. We'll see a new pitcher for the Rangers. And let's see. They got right, left. And he has save situations in this situation. I know Lyle is maybe the main closer, but I don't like Lyle that much. Coming on to pitch for the Rangers is going to be Danny Darwin. 13 wins, 4 losses, 8 saves, a 2.63 ERA. Danny Darwin's going to be called upon to get the save. So Darwin will come on to pitch. Orge, let's see if we got anybody on the bench for the Blue Jays here. And let's see. You got Braun, you got Cannon. I think Orge is the better hitter. Orge is going to bat. Orge is going to bat. Garth Orge will bat. Orge is 0 for 3, and he will bat against Darwin. So bottom of the 9th, 4-3 Rangers. Good matchup tonight. Darwin trying to get the save. Darwin, 4-3 at the park. Exhibition Stadium. 1-2, base hit center field. The Blue Jays get the tying man on. Single to center for Orge. He'll get the first. The next batter is Ainge. I'm reluctant. I may let him hit too. The bench for the Blue Jays is meh. It really is. The bench for the Blue Jays is meh. I'm going to let Ainge bat. I got Damaso Garcia, but he only had 1 pinch hit against righties. He's got righty on righty. I got Garcia in the bench. He's much better hitter. He had 1 pinch hit. You know what? He's second base, and Ainge is center field. And who's my center fielder for the Blue Jays? Ainge is center field. So who I got at center? I can move Cannon. I can put Cannon there. Nah. Ainge has got to come out. Ainge has got to come out of the game. I agree with Cutter Historical here. So coming on to pinch hit for the Blue Jays will be Damaso Garcia. 278 average, 4 homers, 46 RBIs. I'll need a center fielder if this game goes any further. Infield is set for double play. Darwin will pitch to Garcia. Fans here at Exhibition Stadium know the Jays need a big-time hit. Strategy roll. That's a 17. Garcia gets the hit and run. He's not really a home run hitter. A hit and run actually makes sense. Orge is a 13 and a stolen base. A hit and run makes sense here. That's not a bad idea. Garcia is not a home run hitter. He is not really a home run hitter. A hit and run may not be a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Hit and run is on. Darwin, 7-4 against the righty. Strikeout plus. That's a 15. That becomes a 19, but a hit and run, however, strikeouts are halved. So a 19 minus 1 is an 18. That will not be a strikeout. Garcia will swing. Garcia, 1-5. It's a line drive to third. It's a line drive to third. It's a hit and run. That is an automatic double play. 2 outs. It's a line drive to third on a hit and run. It's an automatic double play. 2 down. Stadium groans. All lineouts are double plays. 2 men down. And the last chance for the Blue Jays is Ernie Whitt. Whitt is 1 for 3. Line drive right to third. And Buddy Bell grabbed it and it easily threw it to first. Could have had himself a sandwich for he had to throw to first. 2 down. And now Darwin will pitch. Darwin, 6-1, walk, 12. That's too high. Whitt, 3-1. It's a ground ball right back to Darwin. Comebacker to him. Darwin's got it. Pumps once, pumps twice. Throws to first. That's your game. Rangers will beat the Blue Jays tonight 4-3. Stadium barfs. Yeah. The Blue Jays started the game with 3 runs and 3 hits in the first inning, and then they only managed 7 hits the rest of the way. The Rangers come back from the 3-0 lead and win it tonight 4-3. The Rangers will go to 66-60. The Blue Jays now drop to under 500, 62-63. Another exciting matchup. Final line score coming up. For the Rangers, 4 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. That is exactly what they had in the historical game. The Rangers were 4-9-1 tonight, and they are 4-9, and they were 4-9-1 on the actual game. But the Blue Jays, though, 3 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. The winning pitcher is Doc Medich. He'll go ahead and get the win. Clancy takes a tough loss. John Henry Johnson a hold, and Darwin will pick up the save. Tough loss for the Blue Jays. By the way, the Blue Jays have not won a game on the board at all. They are now 0-4 on the board. With that kind of record, they must have a better record overall. They're not going to get a tiebreaker. We're not done. 10-minute ticker is next. The Blue Jays are 0-4 on the board this year. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, powered by FastScore Baseball. So a 4-3 win for the Rangers. Let's see how the rest of the majors does tonight. August 27th, Detroit at the White Sox. Let's see here. Tigers, 832. That's 3. White Sox, 564. That's 7. So the Blue Jays don't lose any ground. Minnesota at Cleveland. Twins, 9-24. That will be 3. Indians, 10-41. That is 4. And the Twins lose a little ground. Kansas City at Milwaukee. Royals, 12-66. That's 10. Brewers, 14-63. That is 8. That's a win for the Royals. Giants and the Expos. Giants 0-52. That's 4. Expos 766. That's 9. Padres and the Mets. Padres 833, and that's 3. Mets 626. That is also 3, and they're going to extras. Padres roll a 1 plus 0. Mets roll a 6. -1 is 5. My Mets will have a happy recap. Dodgers and the Phillies. Dodgers 0-53. That is 4. Phillies 865. That is 8. Another win for the Phils. Braves and the Pirates. Braves 753. That'll be 5. Pirates 1146. That is also 5, and they'll go to extras. Both teams roll a 1. Atlanta is a +1. Pittsburgh is a 0. That's a win for Atlanta. The Pirates are beginning to fade. Astros and the Cardinals. Astros 535, and that will be 3. Cardinals 866. That's 9. A win for the Redbirds. August 28th. California at Baltimore. Angels 822. That's 2. Orioles 1445. That's 6. Oakland at Boston. Athletics 1013. That's 1. Red Sox 1236. That is 4. Win for them. Milwaukee at Detroit. Brewers 2464. And that is 11. Tigers 1455. That is 7. That's a win for the Brewers. Texas and the Rangers. Rangers 11-12. That is, Texas the Royals. 11-12. That is 1. Royals 1266. That is 10. A win for the Royals. Mariners and the Yankees. Mariners -366. That's 7. Yankees 21-42. That's 6. The M's will get a win. Minnesota and the Blue Jays. Big series, actually. Twins 11-12. That is 1. Blue Jays 553, and that is 5. The Blue Jays will get that win. Astros and the Cubs. Astros 1225. That is 3. Cubs 635. That is 3. And they're going to extras. Astros roll a 3 plus 2 is 5. Cubs roll a 5 -1 is 4. Another win for the Stros. They're just waiting for the playoffs to start. Reds and the Pirates. Reds 936, and that is 4. Pirates 856, and that is 6. So raise the Jolly Roger. Braves and the Cardinals. Braves 966, that is 10. Cardinals 1314, and that is 2. Another win for the Bravos. August 29th, California at Baltimore. Angels 545, and that's 4. Orioles 1624, and that is 4. And they're going to extras as well. Angels roll a 3. -1 is 2. Baltimore rolls a 6. -1 is 5. That will be a win for the Black and Orange Birds. Oakland at Boston. Athletics 1342. 1342, that is 5. Red Sox 1431, that is 4. Another win for the A's. White Sox and the Indians. White Sox 951, that is 5. Indians 1244, that is 5, and they're going to extras. Cleveland rolls a 4 plus 4 is 8. Wow, okay. What I rolled? I'm sorry, wrong. White Sox roll a 4. They are +2 is a 6, but the Indians roll a 5, and that's +4 is 9. They win anyway. Milwaukee at Detroit. Brewers 1725, that is 4. Tigers 1516, that is 3. Rough night for the Tigers. Texas and the Royals. Rangers 1033, that is 4. Royals 22-63. That is 10. Another win for the Royals. Mariners and the Yankees. Mariners 2-11. That's 0. Yankees 16-46. And that's 6. Minnesota and the Blue Jays. Twins 6-32. That's 3. Blue Jays 11-51. That is 5. The Blue Jays may have lost the game on the board, but they win 2 in the ticker. Astros and the Cubs. Astros 11-53. That's 6. Cubs 4-16. That is 1. Win for the Stros. Expos and the Dodgers. Expos 12-24. That is 3. Dodgers 10-41. That is 4. Win for them. Reds and the Pirates. Reds 11-22. That's 2. Pirates 5-21. That is barely made it. That is also 2. And they're going to extras. Reds roll a 5. Plus 1 is 6. Pirates roll a 4 plus 0. That game will belong to the Reds. Phillies and the Padres. We have these two tomorrow night. Phillies 10-36. That will be 4. Padres 6-62. That is 6. A win for the Friars. Mets and the Giants. Mets 165. That's 7. Giants 256. And that's 5. Another happy recap for my Mets. Braves and the Cardinals. Braves 15-36. That is 5. Cardinals 9-15. That is 2. Another win for the Bravos. Bravos trying to shore up second place in the National League West, and they're probably going to do it. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow is August 30th, our final game in the month of August. Philadelphia Phillies against the San Diego Padres. Dick Ruthven for the Phillies, Bob Shirley for the Padres. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. I think this game deserved it. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Texas Rangers collect the Blue Jays and put them in a nest. It's a win for the Lone Stars tonight, 4-3. See you guys tomorrow.